The next thing that we're going to look at is 3D extrude and bevel. So I have a piece of text here. It's just a flat piece of text, and we want to make that look into 3D, and we want to make it look like it has depth. So I'm going to go to the Effect menu, down to 3D, to Extrude and Bevel. And you see the same 3D controls that we saw before. And I'm going to turn on the preview option. You can see that it gives it depth. Right now the extrusion depth is set to 50 points. And there's some cap options. The first cap option is just what you see now. And then this would turn the caps off, so it'll just give it a hollow appearance. And for those bevels, we have different bevel options. There are several different types of bevels you can apply. I'm going to choose a classic bevel, and you see that gives it more of a rounded approach. There are some other ones that we can choose that will give it different looks. Notice the rendering time that it takes sometimes for Illustrator. You'll find that this tool is a little buggy. Sometimes it'll take a long time for the 3D preview to render, depending on what you're trying to do. So I wanted to explain a little bit more about this cube. And as I move my cursor over the cube, you'll see that there's different colors that get highlighted. So the red color, when you see this red color, you're going to move on the x-axis. So this is the x-axis moving. You notice that the x-axis is dialing. The other axes might move, but you'll see that for the majority right now, the x-axis is what I'm manipulating. The green is the y-axis, so as I move this, I can make it like spin and push off into the distance. And when you see blue, blue is the z-axis. So right now the z-axis is just going to rotate, so I can rotate it on the z-axis. So I'm going to just give it this kind of look and steer it a little bit more this way so it's a little bit more readable. And then for the extrusion depth, right now 50 points is not too bad. If you go really high, like I'll type in 180 here, you'll see that that gives it a really big depth and makes it a little bit hard to read. Now I clicked OK accidentally, and I want to show you how to get back to your 3D options. So if you go to the Appearance panel for the selected object, you'll see that here's your 3D extrude and bevel. I can click on that to go back to where I was before. I'll turn the preview checkbox back on, and I'm going to remove this. I'm going to bring it down to 45 points, and this time I'll just hit the Tab key, and then I get my 3D text. In the next video, we'll take a look at Revolve, and that's our last option for 3D in Illustrator.